Good morning, my dear students of class 10. How are you? I hope you all are fine there and ready for a starting social study class with pen and pencil. This is me, Dinesh Karki, your social study teacher. And for almost 30 minutes, I'll be with you for exploring and discussing about the social study. So are you ready? Are you excited to join the social class? If you are ready, then let's get started. Today is the first day, my dear students, so we'll begin from unit number 1. Unit number 1 is we and our society, and the first lesson is human resource development. My dear students, before I begin the class, I would like to ask you one question. All right, think and answer. You have 30 seconds. What do you mean by human resource? Please rack your brain and think. You have 30 seconds. Yes. What do you mean by human resource? Okay, so stop. Okay, I will explain about the human resource. Then after you will match whether you are right or wrong. Boys and girls, human resource means human power, human skill, or human intelligence, which is used, which is required for carrying out any work, which is known as human resource development. Let's generalize it. Boys and girls, let's observe our society. All right? Your society is changeable. Your society keeps on changing. In the past, our society was different. All right? And imagine today, your society is different. In the past, there were not the development of technology. There were not the developed roadway system. There were not too much development. But today, let's see. You have advanced world. You have modern hospitals. You have modern roads. And you have modern technology. All right? In this period, so many changes have taken place. Okay, you are right. I'm concerning about the positive and progressive change of the development. Progressive and positive change, which is known as development. My dear students, 2 minutes ago, I had asked you, what do you mean a human resource? Now, I'm going to connect you to the point. All right, we want development. Everybody wants development. But you tell me, what are the resources are to be required for the development? Yeah, you are right. Natural resources, okay, you are right. Financial resources, but among them, one is very, very important resources there. That is human resource human resource. You are right, absolutely. Boys and girls, imagine if you have finance, if you have money, if you have budget, you have natural resources. But if you don't have human resource, can you think? Can you imagine? Can you do development in the society? No, absolutely not. So to carry out any development work, you need human resource. All right? So let's generalize. Let's conclude. To carry out any type of work, human mind is required. Human intelligence is required, human power is required, human effort is required, which is known as human resource. Anyone may ask you, what do you mean by human resource? Then don't get confusion. Human resource means human power, human mind, human intelligence, which is required to carry out any work, which is known as human resource development. Boys and girls, let's talk about the human resource. All right? I will give you some examples like entrepreneur, like doctor, like engineer, like pilot. Yes, you are also right. Engineer, doctor, pilot, mason, carpenter, even farmer, even general worker, even porter, even electrician, astronaut, cameraman, an electrical engineer, journalist, political leaders, bureaucrat, planner. Yes, you are right, administrator. These all manpower are required for carrying out development work. Boys and girls, you can see an image of a group of engineers, all right? Nepali entrepreneurs. Sorry. So, Nepali entrepreneur, what's the role of entrepreneur? The role of entrepreneur is to run industries, all right? Why? What's the importance of industries? If there is an industry, then they can produce quality goods, all right? Then after, if there is a quality goods, if the entrepreneurs produce the quality goods, then we can export these quality goods. Then after, we can earn money, all right? If our country earns money, then there will be economic development, all right? And then if there is economic development, then we can uplift every aspects of the development. That's why, entrepreneurs play a vital role for the development. So entrepreneurs are very, very important. All right? Like doctor. Okay, can you imagine without doctor, is life possible? No, you are not. Okay, let's observe the current situation. Whole world is been suffering from corona pandemic, COVID-19. Who are fighting? Yes, you are right, doctors, medical persons. They are fighting with the coronavirus and they have been protecting the lives of the people. All right? So we need doctors. Doctors play a vital role. All right? And they are fighting with the coronavirus and we are here safe. All right? Similarly, so many manpower are there, like engineers, all right? Engineer, what is the role of engineer? Yes, you are right. Construct road, building, and then after designing new machines, invent new technology, they actually work, and which has made our life very comfortable. All right. So boys and girls, let me quickly revise. So many human resource, human mind, human intelligence, which is known as human resource. They are required to carry out developmental work. All right. So if anyone asks you, then I think you got the point. You have understood now. If anyone asks you, what do you mean by human resource? Then you can answer now. You should answer any kind of human power, any kind of human resource, right? Any kind of human intelligence, human effort which is required for carrying out any development work is known as human resource development. Note the point, all right? If anyone may ask you, right, about the definition, about the meaning of the human resource, then you should answer it. So let me quickly switch it into Nepali language. मेरा प्यारा प्यारा विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरू, मानव संसाधन भनेको के हो त? है, मानव संसाधन भनेको चाहिँ कुनै पनि विकासको कार्यहरू सञ्चालन गर्नको लागि चाहिने मानवीय शक्ति, जनशक्ति, है, लाई चाहिँ हामीले चाहिँ मानव संसाधन, जनशक्ति भनेर भन्छौँ। तपाईहरु विचार गर्नुस् त, कुनै पनि कार्य सम्पादन गर्नको लागि हामीसँग पैसा भएर मात्रै हुन्छ त? तपाई विचार गर्नुस्, हुँदैन। तपाईसँग पैसा छ तर तपाईहरुसँग मान्छे छैन, काम गर्ने मान्छे छैन भने तपाईको कुनै पनि कार्य सम्पन्न हुन सक्दैन। अब उदाहरणको लागि मलाई हेर्नुस्, अहिले यहाँनेरि पैसा भएर अरु स्रोत साधन भएर पनि यहाँनेरि म अथवा क्यामेराम्यान अथवा कुनै पनि टेक्निकल मान्छे नभएको भनेदेखि यो क्लास सम्भव हुन्थ्यो त? हुँदैन थियो नि त? तपाईहरु विचार गर्नुस्। त्यसकारणले गर्दाखेरि भाइ बहिनीहरु, कुनै पनि कार्य सम्पादन गर्नको लागि चाहिने चाहिँ जनशक्तिलाई चाहिँ हामी के भन्छौं? मानव संसाधन भनेर भन्छौं। र कुनै पनि कार्य सम्पादन गर्नको लागि तपाई कल्पना गर्नुस्, ल खेती गर्नुहुन्छ भने तपाईलाई के चाहियो? किसान चाहियो, हैन? कामदारहरु पनि चाहिए, साधारण भन्दा साधारण कामदारहरु पनि चाहिए, हैन? त्यसैगरी तपाईँ चाहिँ निर्माण गर्नुहुन्छ भने तपाईँलाई को चाहिन्छ त भन्दा कामदार चाहियो हैन, अनि मेसन चाहियो, त्यसै गरी प्लम्बर चाहियो हैन, इन्जिनियर पनि चाहियो, प्लानर पनि चाहियो है त। यी सबै मान्छेहरू चाहिन्छ। तपाईँ यदि ब्याङ्कमा काम गर्नुहुन्छ भने कल्पना गर्नुहोस्, ब्याङ्कमा के चाहिन्छ? अकाउन्टेन्ट पनि चाहिन्छ हैन, म्यानेजर पनि चाहिन्छ है त, अनि एकाउन्टेन्ट पनि चाहिन्छ। ती सबै भयो भने चाहिँ के हुन्छ त, ब्याङ्कको कामहरू गर्न सकिन्छ होइन भाइ बहिनीहरू। जस्तै यसै गरी अब हस्पिटलमा हुनुहुन्छ तपाईँ, हामी सबैजना लकडाउनमा छौँ होइन, अहिले चाहिँ कोरोना पेन्डेमिक चलिरहेछ। यस्तो बेलामा चाहिँ हामीलाई डक्टर, नर्सेस होइन, चिकित्सक, स्वास्थ्य परिचारिकाहरूले चाहिँ हामीलाई उपचार गरिरहनु भएको छ। उहाँहरू चाहिँ यो कोरोना महामारीसँग फाइट गरेर चाहिँ के गरिरहनु भएको छ त भन्दाखेरि बिरामीहरूको उपचार गरिरहनु भएको छ होइन, स्वास्थ्य सेवा प्रदान गरिरहनु भएको छ। त्यसले गर्दाखेरि उहाँहरू पनि के हो त, मेन पावर हो। त्यसै साधारणभन्दा साधारण भरियादेखि भारी बोक्ने भरियादेखि लिएर है, साधारणभन्दा साधारण कामदारदेखि लिएर अनि डक्टर, इन्जिनियर, पाइलट, हामी चाहिँ चिकित्सक, अभियन्ता, विमान चालक, यी सबैलाई चाहिँ हामी एकमुष्टमा चाहिँ के भन्छौँ त भाइ बहिनीहरू, मानव संसाधन भनेर भन्छौँ। लेट मी क्विकली switch my language into English. To carry out any kind of development work, human power is required, human intelligence is required, human mind is required, human effort is required, which is known as human resource. I think you got the idea, all right? You have understood, and you have noted down the point as well. My dear students, okay, so let's talk about the category of the human resource, all right? Yeah, of course, so many manpower are there, and we can study the manpower dividing into two part, all right? One is human resource on the basis of skill, and another is human resource on the basis of term. Okay, my dear students, let's begin human resource on the basis of skill. Okay, before I go ahead, I would like to ask you, what do you mean by skill? Yeah, you are right. You are thinking. You have 30 seconds. Yeah, you are going to the right direction, boys and girls. Okay, you are right. Now, skill means any ability to conduct the work, which is known as skill, all right? And to carry out any work, skill is required, all right? So, boys and girls, my dear students of class 10, human resource can be categorized on the basis of skill into three. I mean, human resource on the basis of skill can be discussed under three category. First one is human resource, unskilled human resource, unskilled manpower. Yeah, of course. And second is semi-skilled manpower. And third is skilled manpower. Boys and girls, now, who is unskilled manpower? You may ask, sir, everyone has a skill. So how can we say that, they are unskilled manpower, or he is unskilled manpower, she is unskilled manpower? Yes. Yeah, you are right, boys and girls. Everybody has a skill. But even though they work, to carry out their work manually without using any kind of ability, which is known as unskilled manpower. For example, let me tell you, for example, like porter. In Pokhara Lakeside, you might have seen porters carrying, transporting goods, keeping on their soldiers from one place to another. All right? Porter. Yeah, of course, they have a skill, but they don't use it. They do it manually. All right? So, porter can be taken as unskilled manpower. Suppose, for example, you are working in the field. Imagine, general labors are required, right? So, like a plowman. Plowman, of course, he has a skill, but he doesn't use it. He do it without a skill, manually, all right? So, plowman, all right? Plowman can be taken as unskilled manpower. Like paper folder, right? Paper folder also can be taken as unskilled manpower. Keep in mind, in exam or your teacher might ask you when school will reopen, then what do you mean by unskilled? What are the examples? Then you should be ready to answer. Yes, unskilled manpower means people who have skill or who don't have skill, or they do their work manually without using skill. They are called unskilled manpower. You should answer this way, all right? And keep in mind, write down, example, porter, general laborers, all right? Paper folder also you can write, plant harvester also you can write, okay? So these are called unskilled manpower. Dear students, it's pathetic to say that if you look at the statistical record of Nepal, then vast majority of the people in Nepal are unskilled, all right? That's why our country is lagging behind, all right? Government has to think upon it, we have to think upon it, and we have to gain the skills. All right, let's switch on to semi-skilled manpower. My dear students, okay, before I begin discussing about the semi-skilled manpower, I would like to ask you, what do you mean by semi-skilled manpower? Yeah, you are right. You are going to the right direction. Semi-skilled manpower means manpower, people who have gained the skill through training, but they are not expert. They don't have expertise, all right? They don't have specification in this section, but they can carry out the skills which they have get in the training. They are called semi-skilled manpower, all right? For example, you have a electricity problem, right, in a home. Suddenly your circuit has gone something wrong, has get something wrong, maybe fuse problem, all right? So at that time, you can call electrician. Electrician can come and get repaired the things. But electrician doesn't know entire theory of the thing. He cannot explain about the technicality of all, but he can repair it, all right? Means what? He is semi-skilled, she is semi-skilled manpower, all right? Semi-skilled means manpower who have get the training and they have attained the skill by training. They are called semi-skilled manpower. This is very important topic, my dear students. Please note down what are the examples. In SC, a question likely to ask you, categorize the manpower on the basis of skill with examples. At that moment, if question is asked like this, then you have to write the example as well. So on semi-skilled manpower, example means electrician, keep in mind, electrician, and second is mason, right? You can write it. Plumber, yeah, you can write it, okay? So electrician, plumber, barber, mason, these manpower are called semi-skilled manpower because they have get this skill, they have attained this skill by training, all right? But they don't have the expertise in this field. I hope you got the idea. I hope you have noted the point and you have noted the example, all right? Now let's switch to the skilled manpower. My dear students, comparatively, we have very less, skilled manpower in the world, right? Whereas America, Japan, and England, China, they have vast majority of the skilled manpower. But just opposite, we have very less skilled manpower, and they have been going abroad in search of the job. So our country doesn't have, much skilled manpower, all right, due to which our country has not been able to develop in a proper and standard way, all right? Okay, this is the truth, this is the fact, all right? So boys and girls, let's talk about the skilled manpower. Who are called skilled manpower? You might have learned in the previous class also. Skilled manpower means manpower, all right, people who have get expertise, specific knowledge in a certain field after completing their long research, long academic period. For example, suppose some people are studying MBBS degree, all right, master degree in medicine, some people are studying in engineering field, all right, and some people have done a PhD in economics. Some people have done PhD in medical field, all right. Uh, I mean, people who have spent their long period of time in study, in research in a certain field, and they have get certain specific expertise, and they can do their work individually, independently. Such manpower are called such manpower are called skilled manpower. All right. So, my dear students, can you give me some examples of skilled manpower? Right? Yes, you are right. Doctors, engineers, pilot, economist, leader, political leader, all right, and astronaut, computer engineer. All right, you are right. So these people are called skilled manpower. My dear students, please note down the examples. Okay, the example of skilled manpower is doctor, engineer, pilot, all right, and administrator, manager, economist. These are the example of skilled manpower. Dear students, let me explain little bit in Nepali. भाइ बहिनीहरू, यो मानव संसाधनलाई नि हामी सिपका आधारमा तीन भागमा बाँडेर हेर्छौँ। एउटा चाहिँ बिल्कुलै सिप नभएको, हामी त्यसलाई चाहिँ नेपालीमा अदक्ष जनशक्ति भनेर भन्छौँ है त। प्रत्येक मान्छेहरूसँग कामदारहरूसँग सिप चाहिँ हुन्छ भाइ बहिनीहरू। फेरि तिमीहरूले सोधौला, सर सबै मान्छेसँग सिप हुन्छ, कसरी हुँदैन? तिमीले सही भन्यौ, सिप चाहिँ हुन्छ, तर त्यस्ता कामदार जसले चाहिँ सिपै प्रयोग नगरिकन काम गर्न सक्छन्। जस्तो उदाहरणको लागि भाइ बहिनीहरू, तिमीहरूले चाहिँ भरियाले भारी बोकेको देखेको छौ होइन, उसले के त्यहाँ सिप प्रयोग गर्छ त? गर्दैन। उसले चाहिँ त्यो थपक्कन ढाडमा बोकेर थप लान्छ र हल्कासँगले राखिदिन्छ, पैसा कमाउँछ है त। अब त्यसै गरी भाइ बहिनीहरू, अब अरू पनि हेर्नुहुन्छ त, कामदारहरू भनौँ, खेतमा काम गर्ने मान्छेहरूले पनि खासै चाहिँ सिप सिपै प्रयोग नगरिकन चाहिँ गर्छन्। म केही उदाहरणको लागि भाइ बहिनीलाई दिन्छु। कामदारहरू अनि भरियाहरूलाई चाहिँ हामी सिप नभएका मान्छेहरू चाहिँ भनेर हामी भन्छौँ। त्यसै गरी अब दोस्रो रहेको छ अर्धदक्ष। अर्धदक्ष भनेको चाहिँ भाइ बहिनीहरू आदि सिप भएको है, तर उसले त्यो चाहिँ तालिमबाट सिप चाहिँ प्राप्त गरेको है त, त्यस्तालाई चाहिँ हामी अर्धदक्ष जनशक्ति भन्छौँ। भाइ बहिनीहरू, अर्धदक्ष भनेको चाहिँ उसले त्यसमा प्रवीणता हासिल गरेको हुँदैन। He doesn't have expertise in this field, right? He doesn't have such a skill, intelligence in this field, but he has a skill which he has get through training, and he can do work, but he cannot explain. He doesn't have an expertise. Such a human resource is known as semi-skilled manpower. All right, my dear students. And now come to the next skilled manpower again. The people who have, certain expertise, and they have get this expertise after this long period of study, right? A long period of investigation and research, then they are called the skilled manpower. भाइ बहिनीहरू, म यसलाई फेरि एकचोटि फेरि हल्का दोहोऱ्याइदिन्छु है, र हल्का दोहोऱ्याइदिन्छु। भाइ बहिनीहरू, पहिलो कुरा त मानव संसाधन भनेको के हो भनेर चाहिँ तिमीलाई मैले पढाएको छु होइन। मानव संसाधन भनेको के हो भनेर कसैले सोध्यो भने चाहिँ जनशक्ति अथवा मानव साधन, सिप, स्रोतलाई चाहिँ हामी चाहिँ जनशक्ति भनेर भन्छौँ, राइट। ह्युमन पावर, ह्युमन एफोर्ट, ह्युमन इन्टेलिजेन्ट is known as human resource, which is required for carrying out any kind of development work. Okay, for example, doctor, engineer, pilot, farmer, electrician, mason, carpenter. All right. Similarly, we have categorized manpower into two: one the basis of skill. Keep in mind, one the basis of skill, and one the basis of term. And one the basis of skill, I have discussed. One the basis of skill, we can categorize human power into three. Unskilled. Unskilled means labor, right? And porter. And semi-skilled means people who have get skill through training, but they don't have expertise. They are called semi-skilled. For example, mason, carpenter, electrician. all right, and skilled manpower, people who have get their expertise in a certain field after long research, after long investigation and long study, all right, and they have expertise and they can do their work manually, independently. They are called skilled manpower, all right. They are called, and they are very, very important for carrying out the development work, all round development work. My dear students, the clock of our study is saying that timing is running out. So this much only today. I hope this class has been very fruitful to you, light-bearing to you, and helpful in exploring about, learning about certain skills is to human resource, definition of human resource, category of human resource, types of human resource on the basis of skill. Definitely you have understood. If you have any queries, then you can comment in our Janta Television Facebook page. Also, you can put your comment and you can give me the feedback about the class. Next time, I will come back with a social study class at the same time, at the same day, on same day. I hope you have enjoyed the class. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay away from the corona, and follow the guidelines issued by the government against the coronavirus. Stay safe. Have a nice. See you next time. Till then, goodbye. Namaste.
प्याप्सन दूर शिक्षा संचार सूचना र मनोरञ्जनको मात्र नभई शिक्षाको माध्यम पनि हो। घरमै सम्भव छ विद्यालयको पढाइ, टेलिभिजनमै आउनुहुन्छ शिक्षकहरू। जनता टेलिभिजन र प्याप्सनको सहकार्यमा सञ्चालित कार्यक्रम प्याप्सन दूर शिक्षा कक्षा 7 देखि 10 सम्मका विद्यार्थीहरूलाई नेपाली, अंग्रेजी, गणित, विज्ञान तथा सामाजिक शिक्षाको पढाइ जनता टेलिभिजनमा हरेक दिन बिहान 10:05 देखि 11:55 र दिउँसो 12:25 देखि 1 बजेसम्म। जहाँ रहे पनि तपाई टाढा हुनुहुन्न, टेलिभिजन हेर्नुहोस्, आँखैमा छ विद्यालय। जनसम्पर्कको साँघु जनता टेलिभिजन।
स्वाभिमान, राष्ट्रियता र देशभक्ति पूरा नक्साको मात्र होइन, नागरिकको पनि। स्मरण भूमिको मात्र होइन, भूमि बचाउने भुइँ मान्छेको पनि। जगेर्ना सिमानाको मात्र होइन, संस्कृति र सभ्यताको पनि। कार्यक्रम वयम राष्ट्रे जागृयाम हरेक बेलुका 7 बजेको समाचारपछि 8 बजेसम्म मात्र जनता टेलिभिजनमा।
प्याप्सन दूर शिक्षा संचार सूचना र मनोरञ्जनको मात्र नभई शिक्षाको माध्यम पनि हो। घरमै सम्भव छ विद्यालयको पढाइ, टेलिभिजनमै आउनुहुन्छ शिक्षकहरू। जनता टेलिभिजन र प्याप्सनको सहकार्यमा सञ्चालित कार्यक्रम प्याप्सन दूर शिक्षा कक्षा 7 देखि 10 सम्मका विद्यार्थीहरूलाई नेपाली, अंग्रेजी, गणित, विज्ञान तथा सामाजिक शिक्षाको पढाइ जनता टेलिभिजनमा हरेक दिन बिहान 10:05 देखि 11:55 र दिउँसो 12:25 देखि 1 बजेसम्म। जहाँ रहे पनि तपाई टाढा हुनुहुन्न, टेलिभिजन हेर्नुहोस्, आँखैमा छ विद्यालय। जनसम्पर्कको साँघु जनता टेलिभिजन।
जगतकै जेठो राष्ट्रको राष्ट्रिय झण्डा। विश्व मञ्चमा नेपालको बेग्लै प्रतीति, पर्वतको चुली जस्तो, सागरको सार जस्तो, रगतको तागत जस्तो। युग बिते यो अझ युगीन छ, यहाँ युद्ध भए यो सदा विजयी छ।